So here we have a woman who's jogging, and she's heading in this direction at 10 kilometers an hour. I can't even read. So this is 10 kilometers an hour. And she crosses point P, heading in that direction. 10 minutes later, another guy is jogging. He crosses point P, but he's going east. So in this direction. And his rate's a little bit different. He's a little slower, 9 kilometers an hour. How fast is the distance between the joggers changing? Well, so the distance between the joggers is this line. This is what I want to know. How fast is that changing? 20 minutes after the man crosses P. So it's a certain time. 20 minutes after the man crosses P. So we have a couple things here. I'm going to say that the man's direction, since it's going to the east, this distance that he's traveled from P is x. The distance that the woman has traveled from P is y. And so this means that x squared plus y squared must equal d squared. And what we're looking for is how fast is the distance between the joggers changing. So what we want to know is, unfortunately, the way I've labeled it, I'm going to change to a capital D. D, what's the rate of change of the distance over time? Right? This is the question. Let me change this. Capital D. And we want to know at a specific time. So here we are. If we take the derivative of this with respect to time, we'll have 2x dx dt plus 2y dy dt equals 2, this is supposed to be capital D, 2d dd dt. Where are we going to get all this information from? Well, dx dt is 9 kilometers an hour. That's the rate of change that the man's jogging. So, and dy dt is 10 kilometers an hour. That's the rate of change the woman's jogging. But getting x and getting y and getting big D, that we'll need to think about. That's where the times come into play. So the woman crossed point P 30 minutes ago because she crossed point P, 10 minutes passed. Then the man passed, and we want to know what's happening 20 minutes after the man crosses P. So the woman's been traveling for 30 minutes. And since she's running at a rate of 10 kilometers an hour, and she's been doing that for half an hour, this means that she's traveled 5 kilometers, and this must be y. The man passed point P 20 minutes ago, so he's going 9 kilometers an hour, and he's been traveling for a third of an hour, which means that he has gone 3 kilometers, and this is x. The last thing we have to recognize is we do need to know the distance between the two people. And now we have a specific triangle. We need to find, right now, how far apart are they? So what is big D? This means that 3 squared plus 5 squared is equal big D squared, or 9 plus 25, the square root of 34 equals big D. Now we've got all of our information to deal with this mess. I'll do it in red. So this leaves us with 2 times x at the moment in time that we're looking, so in this case 3, times dx dt, which is 9, plus 2 times y, which is 5, times dy dt, which is 10, must equal 2 times the square root of 34 times the value that we're looking for, which is dd dt. It's the rate of change of their distances. So this is 54 plus 100 is equal to 2 root 34 times dd dt, or this will be 154 over 2 root 34 dd dt. Right, this is the exact value of our answer. And just to practice some good habits, our answer is about 13.205 kilometers per hour. So the rate of change of the distance between the joggers I'm going to run out of room here. Let me erase some of this. And it's at a specific time, 20 minutes after the man passes P is 13.205 kilometers an hour. Anytime you round, for me or for the AP exam, always round to 3 decimal places. That's the expectation.